Today I'm going to be doing my claws, not Lila's, for some full cover soft gel tips. Hey guys, okay, so I am showing you how to apply soft gel extensions or full cover tips. Hey guys, okay, so I am showing you how to apply soft gel extensions or full cover tips. So, I have been using the Apres system for the past 3 years. It was the original one to be released in America, and as you can see, very similar to a normal tip box, except they have a full covered tip. So, you can see there, what is a full covered tip? So basically, we are putting gel, a soft gel, in this little area here, and then what it's going to do is actually pretty much melt this soft gel tip into the layers of the base. And it's kind of like 3 layers of this gel merging together, okay? So there are some techniques that I want to give you that a lot of technicians, especially newbies, do miss, and it looks easy, but this technique is actually a lot harder than what it looks. And they do pop off within a couple days very easily if you're not doing certain techniques for the adhesion. All right, so the first thing we want to do is prep the nails. Now, the beautiful thing is the prepping for this system is exactly the same no matter what you're doing. And in fact, guys, regardless of what people tell you, so is prepping the nail plate. Let's just take out the confusion of it all, that we need to prepare gel for this and acrylic for this and a different file for this. No, we really need to stick to the same routine, pushing back the cuticles. As you can see, I have all of that cuticle in there, all that stuff that's on the nail plate, all right? This here is living tissue. We don't want to touch it, we don't want to cut it. That's actually not the cuticle, but it's known as cuticle nipping. This stuff on the nail plate, this white stuff here, that's cuticle. Okay, so you can see it's quite quick for me to kind of prepare the nail. And this is my beautiful little baby here. I mean, I'm such a sucker for anything pink and holographic, so this is just my new thing. So I can give you the link below to where I get my e-files from. Okay, so I put a sanding band on and we're going to prepare the nail, show you where you can do some more training if you're having fun learning nails. So we now have the nail prepared. So you would do this to all 10 nails, and then I'm just gonna tidy up the free edge. Guys, don't waste time on making the free edge perfect in every little detail, you know, because you're going to put an extension over it. If you're doing a gel polish, yeah, sure, but like something like this, you don't need to, just as long as it's roughly, you know, a bit of a cleanup and you haven't got some full-on jagged edges. Also, you've got to really keep in mind that with particular tips, and I will go through this in some troubleshooting videos, you can see where, say if you had this one a bit longer, something like a stiletto might cut in, you're gonna see the nail underneath. So you wanna definitely be tidying up the corners. All right, so now, I'm a big fan of cleansing with acetone. So you can see this is IPA alcohol, but there is a secret, and I just feel like acetone is better to cleanse and dehydrate. But you know, there is absolutely nothing wrong with using IPA alcohol at all. Okay, so really getting in, and I'm really cleansing the nail, and I'm going to go in. Usually, if I was doing the Apres system, I would be coming in with the pH bonder, the 3-in-1 gel. This bottle here, this Extend gel, and this is the same for most soft gel systems, it is the base coat, and it is also the gel that we put into the tip. It kind of does everything. But first of all, you would start with the Apres pH bonder, and then it's like a pH prep or a dehydrator, and then a primer before coming in with a base coat of this. I have been using this 3-in-1 gel lately. This is a game changer for anyone in salon where you are cutting out steps. So you don't need to put a base coat on and then cure. You also don't need to prime or dehydrate. So pretty much it's just cleanse, and we're gonna pop the gel in the tip. Now, guys, just do make sure that you are following your system, whatever you're using. If you're using an Apres, yes, you do want to make sure that you're going ahead with your primer and bonder and base and so on. And I will do another tutorial if you like, just on instructions for the Apres system. This is pretty much, we are using the Apres tips. So we're still using the Apres tips because you can swap the tips with the gel. You know, you don't need to keep the same system. But today I'm just going to use a different gel with the Apres tips to show you how you can do it nice and quick, and this does last. So I'll put the link below as to where I get both of these items, and please, any questions, comment below. Now, so what do you do when you're shaping a tip? Okay, so when we're sizing a tip, we want to keep to the same rules as when we are kind of putting a tip before we put acrylic or hard gel on the free edge, okay? And if you guys don't know that yet, it is sizing a tip, we want it to look like it's coming, can you see here, straight out from the side wall. A tip that's too small, and I'm really trying to push it and press it down, but like, honestly, it's so hard. Can you guys see how difficult that is? It wants to go with gravity, and also it's not coming to along here to your side wall. So it's not going to last, and it's going to want to pop off and just go with gravity, okay? So that is a tip that's too small. So something, as you can see, it's not really covering there or there. Okay, now, a tip that is too big. So a tip that's too big is when you place it there, can you guys all see that it's wanting to go on the skin? Okay, so it's kind of coming and sticking on there, which means it's going to lift, because you need a little barrier all around here, this little horseshoe area where we are sealed with the gel and the tip, and then before it touches the cuticle or the skin. And that's pretty much the standard with any enhancement. Okay, so I find, so I'm gonna pop this one down, and it's almost, you guys can see it's almost there, but see it's got a little bit of a hangover, but there's that, but say the size under was too short. So what I'm actually gonna do is come in, take down that sidewall there, just a bit, and hopefully it should fit nice and perfect, which it does. Ta-da! See, it was just that little hint where it was just coming in here a little bit to the skin, and that can kind of make it want to pop off, or pop off your nail plate, or push out away. So little things like this is what's going to make your nails last longer. Okay. So after we fub, we want to come in and cleanse the tip. So now I'm going to come in, and we always have to, this is another rule, etch the inside of the tips. So I'm just getting my sanding band and just kind of going back and forth. Guys, you know, I do recommend, if you are not trained to use an e-file, make sure you do learn, because things like the little innocent sanding band can definitely do a lot of damage. But in this case, it's only a tip, so it's okay. So you can see how when I hold this tip, now I've made it kind of matte. I've etched it pretty much halfway down, because we don't know if someone's gonna have a short nail bed or long. This is something it's really good to do if you are in a salon or got some spare time. Definitely go in and start etching all of your tips, because that means that when your client comes, you have a whole box and they're pre-etched. You can get different brands that have they're like pre-tailored before. I still, even though you would see some brands that are pre-tailored, I still would go in and just give it a little edge at the back. Okay, if you don't have an e-file, there are some little tools that you can definitely get, and they're like a little pen, and you can just kind of rub it back and forth and it just etches it. Okay, so now we're going to make sure that our nails are nice and cleansed. We don't have any dust or anything like that on them. We've cleansed with acetone, and we've also cleansed the tip. Now, at this stage we would usually prime. We would usually prime and dehydrate, and then we'd come in and paint a base layer and cure for 30 to 60 seconds. No matter what system, there's usually always a slip layer or a base coat with the full covered extensions. But as I said, we are using a 3-in-1 nail tip gel today with an Apres tip, and this is how we do it. So we've got a nice clean nail. All right, so I always like to keep a spoolie. You can get these from dental shops, or now of course I'm sure they will supply something similar, or like a cleanup brush or something like that, okay? A little wooden stick if you need. This is to make sure that we are cleaning any excess gel that comes underneath. I'm gonna come in, okay, and I'm gonna place the gel right at the tip to where my, from the middle up into here. And you can see roughly, it's halfway. Now your first nail is always a bit of an estimate as to how much gel you'll need. You wanna make it from the top, touching the sides, and roughly halfway to where we've etched. So basically, it's a little lamp. I can adjust it if I need to. The base is here, and it's going to cure my nail. So it's a little teeny tiny head, as you can see. It's not a big UV lamp. This one that I use, I love. I can leave the link below, but basically, it's a 64 watt strength, which is something that you would usually find on something like a lamp that is like a full LED lamp for salon. And it just really helps with, you know, the curing or the flash cure to be able to get the adhesion quite fast. Okay, so I will put the link below. Now, okay, so I want to come in, I'm going to angle, see my angle, and I'm going to push down like so. Okay, now I've put a little bit more gel here to show you guys what to do before you cure. See, I'm getting under the spoolie and I am scraping off just that bit of excess gel underneath, because it just can get annoying if you've got dry gel there and you might not like it, or your clients. Now that I've got cleaned up the excess gel, I'm going to come in with my little blue light. Okay, and I'm going to cure. So note the technique. I've got my hand, my thumb on one side, and I'm massaging down, okay? And then now I'm massaging down this side. And what you want to do is make sure you are getting out all of the bubbles. I mean, take a minute. This one here is a 3-in-1 gel, so we've cut out so many steps. So if you're going to spend time on anything, this is the most important part. Can you see how I've got both thumbs and I'm coming down like that? Honestly, like usually the light settings have like a minute. Go ahead and spend that extra minute just making sure, and then just kind of waving from side to side the products. You can see I'm like kind of going from left to right to left to make sure that all the areas is cured. So you do that to all 10 nails, and then you would do a full cure into the, you can go on with the sanding band at this stage, but to be honest, I really just love just giving it a quick buff. And so you want it just to be buffed, and it's just kind of making sure it's nice and matte, ready for your polish application. And then I'm going to come with some IPA alcohol and just give it a real good little cleanse, and underneath cleanse off any dust or anything like that, because we Don't want any of that on our nice pink polish. I've got a beautiful little pink gel polish bottle. If you guys have any questions, please comment below. So then we're gonna come in and we are going to peel back. Oops. Better clean him up. I feel like the longer you do nails, you just get so, almost like, you know what you're doing but complacent with painting because you're like, can fix it. Whereas the newbies really stress if they get out of the line. But it's all fixable, guys. Yeah, just wipe it out. All right, and coming along here, we want to cure this one for, well, this one's actually a 60-second cure. And just like you would be applying over acrylic or hard gel. So I'm gonna come in and cure that. All right, so there we go, there's one nail, and we're gonna come in for our second coat. Dun, 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 dun. Now these are super cute to do chrome onto, because chrome is a bugger. As we all know, I love chrome, but to apply perfectly can be a nightmare. Sorry guys, I'm rambling, I'm in concentration mode. How satisfying like his nails, you know? For me, I just love, I get lost in painting and nail art to the point where I have to set timers, you know, in the salon to remind myself that I'm actually doing work sometimes. Because otherwise it's like, oh my God, has it been an hour? I have a client here. All right, look at that. How sexy is that shape? All right, and then you want to come in and around and smooth it on over with the top coat. We want that beautiful, nice, glassy nail, which is why we get false nails, right guys? Because they're perfect. I mean, it's really rare we can get a, look, credit to you guys who can do or be able to grow a natural nail without one of them always breaking, and it's usually before an event. So this is why we really want to go that little extra mile in making them perfect. So then we want to come in and use some cuticle, because that is the, and cuticle oil. And there we go, nice juicy cuticles and a soft gel slash full cover tip. And that should last you all a very long time. Any questions, please comment in the box below. And I might do a few more of these. This is a really big question. Everyone's like, what's the difference between soft gel and hard gel and all the rest? I might make the next video that. All right guys, talk to you soon.